Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be covering the churn prevention email flows you need to have in place for your SaaS to maximize the retention of your customers and prevent churn as much as humanly possible. So the first one and kind of the core churn prevention flow is simply the onboarding flow. And the onboarding flow has multiple purposes. So this includes making sure the user gets activated as quickly as possible and actually starts using the platform. The second one is that we want them to be set up for success in the future and they know how to use all the features, they know the whole ecosystem of your SaaS platform and how to get the most out of it. The third one is that they actually have a great post-purchase experience and they get excited towards the benefits and the results that they're going to get from using the platform. And the third thing is that their certainty that they're going to get results by using your SaaS platform also increases. And the way we set that up is in that exact order of we welcome them to the plan, we tell them how to be successful with it. The unique benefit they get specifically from the plan includes social proof, access to the community, and also offer help with that. So the second flow is the no login flow. And this is kind of a purely churn prevention flow because for most companies, not logging in, for a user not logging in is one of the biggest indicators of churn occurring, right? So we need to go ahead and nip that in the bud as quickly as possible. So for example, when someone hasn't logged in for 10 days or 14 days, what we're going to do here is send out an email flow dedicated to trying to reactivate them onto the platform, create fear of missing out, of results other people are getting, of results they were getting. And pretty much we just want to get them back onto using the platform, using the features, getting the benefits, getting the results. Because if we don't, and it kind of goes on to 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month of them not even logging in, the chances are that they are going to probably churn. And then we have the gamification flow. So the way we set this up is by having multiple milestones. So this could be milestone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And for example, with a cold email sending SaaS platform, like Instantly, like Smart Lead, for example, is that the gamification aspect could be something like the number of emails sent. So when someone sends 10,000 emails, they might get an email flow directly, and 50,000, 100,000, 500,000 emails. So I'm sure you get the idea of we want to make the milestones inputs that the customer can do, which then results in the outputs of the results. And the way we normally set this up is normally a 1 to 2 or 3 email sequence for whenever someone hits a milestone of congratulating them on reaching the milestone. Then we identify the next milestone they want to achieve and then creating a very simple roadmap to achieving that so they always have something to look forward to. And the third thing is that it's a value message and then we give something exclusive to them. So this could just be a simple guide to reaching the next milestone, maybe a 10-minute call with them if it's one of the higher milestones, more exclusive, or some extra credits or something along those lines that's kind of exclusive to someone reaching a certain milestone, which also helps them reach the next milestone. And kind of what the goal is here is to have an external benefit to using your SaaS, not just the core reason they're using it, but kind of an external motivator and a milestone kind of levels they want to reach by using your SaaS and getting exclusive benefits. So it's definitely a churn prevention flow, really helps retention of users as well. And then we have the payment decline flow. So the simple way that this kind of prevents churn is if someone's payment fails, then they've kind of essentially already churned. But what we want to do here is to try and just simply get this person to update their payment details so then the payment does go through. We set this up through a simple your payment has failed, email 1. And then last week your subscription failed if they still haven't opened it 3 to 4 to 5 days later. And then if they still don't open it, the emails, or if they still don't update their payment details, we let them know that all of their data, all of their progress on all of their accounts, unfortunately, we cannot keep that in place and that'll be wiped if they don't go ahead and update their details to introduce some urgency. But most of the time, this is a logistical issue and they update their payment details in the first 1 to 2 emails because they weren't actually aware that the payment didn't go through. And finally, we have the cancellation flow. So this flow is specifically sent to people who do cancel their plan. And the real importance here is that you can't always pre-identify how long before the plan renews they'll cancel it. For example, someone might cancel 3 weeks before their plan renews. One person might cancel 2 days before their plan renews. And obviously the way we approach those two situations has to be different. But kind of the core principles of what we want to do is the first thing is that we want to try and prevent the churn. So this could be via using an NPS survey or some kind of survey, seeing the reason they want to cancel and then directly addressing that in a personalized way. A second way could be trying to offer a incentive, maybe a free month, a discount on a free month, a discount on the next month or something like that to try and incentivize them to stay. But if they do go ahead and churn and they kind of do end up being someone who doesn't want to carry on using the platform, then what we want to do is at least get some qualitative feedback from them on the reason they actually churned. And then using that data, once we amass, hundreds of people telling us the exact reason why they churned, then you can kind of use that data to improve the marketing angles, improve the marketing offers, the landing page copy, copy in your welcome flow, other email sequences, and also improvements to the product, which then has a positive effect on reducing churn. But yeah, those are kind of the core email flows: the onboarding flow, no login flow, gamification flow, payment decline flow, and the cancellation flow. And those are kind of the flows that you really, if you want to maximize your retention and really try and drive down churn as much as possible, then I'd highly recommend you to implement these flows in the way I've outlined here.